excuse me. Is it disrespectful to vent about your spouse to your friends?
Okay, y'all know me. I like the two-way street. It is and it ain't to a certain degree because a woman needs to have that outlet. You know, when your spouse done pissed you off, she needs to have that outlet. She needs to have somewhere where she can vent to. And on the second part, venting to the wrong people can fuck up your shit with your spouse. Okay, so a woman needs to have that outlet to vent, but venting to the wrong people can fuck your whole shit up.
So let me ask it again. I said, is it disrespectful? I didn't say is it right or is it wrong. I said, is it
No, it
disrespectful
ain't
to
disrespectful. It ain't. It ain't because a woman needs to have that outlet. Okay. However, she choose wisely because having an outlet and talking about certain things that your spouse do and what goes on in your relationship can backfire. You know, talking to the wrong people can fuck up your relationship. So no, it's not disrespectful. It's not. It's not at all. You know, because a woman needs to have the outlet just like a man needs to have the outlet. If your woman pissed you off, you don't want to go talk to the bros and say, "Let me tell you what she did," and you deserve to have that moment with your guys, just like a woman deserves to have that moment with her girls. However, you have to trust that your partner is choosing the right people to vent to choose the right people to get advice from, or to vent to, and to have that moment with, because venting to the wrong people can ruin your relationship. It can fuck up your whole shit. And we all know that. Y'all know that. That's the obvious. I ain't gotta tell y'all that because I ain't just make that up. Everybody know that. Venting to the wrong people will fuck up your shit. Venting to the wrong people. Let me tell you,
so it's
it is.
disrespectful, right?
It is disrespectful. Let me tell you what's gonna make it disrespectful. What's gonna make it disrespectful is me and my man is into it, and I need somebody to vent to, and I'm going to vent to the person that I know that can't stand my man. That's when it's disrespectful. Somebody who hates your man, who ain't gonna do nothing but sit here and down talk your man, talk bad about your man. Oh, girl, see, you should never been with him anyway. I told you he was trifling, he was broke, and then I got all these kids. Now, that is what makes it disrespectful. Venting to the wrong person, especially somebody who really don't like your
But
spouse.
check this out now. Now, even if the person you vent to was for your man, and every time you keep venting to the person, that's gonna change their perspective on your man. That's gonna turn them out.
It might,
If they mess with your man and they thought he was a good dude, and every time you vent now to him like, oh man, he be doing this,
not
but
really,
the perspective gonna end up changing
not
because he not
really,
because the thing is the information is coming from one party, and we
right?
know when people vent they're not gonna have a balanced argument of what really went
They're
on.
not.
They're gonna, you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
now you coming to me, it's like if my sister coming to me venting about dude, about her man, and she saying, oh, he did this and he did that. Psychologically, after a long time, I'ma look like a dude like he like he a sucker.
Right, but if you
You
know
know,
how your sister is, and you know your sister be full of shit too, you can't possibly eventually look at him like a sucker because you know how your sister
now
is.
that complicates things.
Right, you know how your sister is, and you know she be starting some shit, so you know she ain't gonna tarnish the way you think of this man because you
But
know.
not a lot of people think like that though.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have to vent to and have that outlet with the right people, because you got the right people who know you specifically and know that you trying to say out that this person is doing XYZ the whole time. I know it's your ass because I know how you is. So it's not gonna change my perspective of them because you keep telling me one side of the story. Everybody's not the same. You got some good people who you can vent to and who's gonna always remain in the middle. Who's gonna
Right.
always remain in the middle and give you a non-biased opinion, unbiased suggestion, and give you some damn good advice. So it's
Yeah.
important who you have in your corners.
I think it's disrespectful. That's how I feel about that. I think it's disrespectful, and I think it's to the discernment of you being in a relationship. You have to decide what you want to do about the grievances that you have in a relationship or everything that's going down. You gotta decide what you. I look at it like this: you got to decide what you're gonna do with that. If you working at McDonald's and you don't like what's going on at McDonald's, you can't go to somebody at goddamn Burger
Wendy's.
King or you know what I'm saying, KFC, because they have their own situations going on.
See, some of your analogies, my young, be just like you can't relate it to humans. You
Bec-
can't compare
because
a restaurant chain
because
toward good people
because
and
I
bad
use
people.
let me tell you
Because you
why I
could
say
have good
that,
people.
because I use logic, because I'm trying to talk to the fellas a lot of the times, because a lot of this venting and doing all of that, it's mostly women that do that.
Guys do too.
Guys
Don't
do
say
too.
just women. Guys have
Guys
talk
do
when
too.
you out drinking them
But the
beers at the bar.
guys, but the guys that do that though, the guys that do that, a lot of the times that be venting and doing all of that, it's weak dudes, because you're supposed to handle that.
Man,
9 times out of 10.
Weak. You can't
Look,
say that
man.
weak. I'm sure you've had situations where you reached out to one of the bros and you said, "Man, let me tell you what old girl did today." I'm sure you shared that information with a trustworthy friend.
I vent to a book all the time about
Okay,
my
that's a
situation,
trustworthy
but
friend.
that's a trust. But 9 times out of 10, I already know what the situation is. I'm just venting, but I already know what's wrong. I already know the solution. I'm just talking to my
So
bro.
do you think you did? Do you think that you was being disrespectful then?
No, because
Okay, so there you go.
Right.
There you go. You prove my point. So it's not disrespectful. Okay?
Look, I said-
it can't just be disrespectful when a woman
Hold up.
do it. It can't
Hold
be
up.
just disrespectful
I
when a
said
woman do it.
so. I said maybe let me elaborate. Is it disrespectful to vent about your spouse to your friends with an S?
Okay,
Plural.
just because you got one friend don't mean nothing. It's the same thing.
No, it ain't the same thing. So to what you saying, right?
A friend is a friend.
To what you saying, you say you can
The
tell
principle
somebody.
of the principle of the question is venting. What makes it disrespectful if you actually venting, you're speaking on y'all relationships. That's the disrespectful part. The disrespect in this question is not how many fucking friends. The
Right.
disrespect in this question is venting to a person, whether if it's 1 or 10. Okay, so it's me venting to 5 women and you venting to 1.
Is the same?
It's the same.
Oh hell no!
It's the same.
Hell,
Y'all,
hell no!
y'all help Mayon.
Oh
okay?
hell no!
He
Am
is
I
confused
tripping?
on this.
Am
He's
I tripping?
confused on this.
Hey,
Yes,
look,
he tripping.
Am I tripping?
You been
I
to
know
one
I
dude
look
the
fly,
same thing
but
me
am I
been
tripping?
to 5 girls. So
It ain't.
yeah.
Listen.
Y'all let us know. I would say if it bothers you that much to vent to others, make sure you have that same conversation with your partner, address the issue address the issue at hand to prevent further issues. I agree with that.
Because let me tell you.
I agree with that.
Cause venting to 5 people, if you vent to 5 people, it's gonna be like Chinese whispering. Everybody gonna have, oh, he said this, and it's gonna be like misconstrued. That's what I think.
That's why you gotta have healthy conversations, healthy communication in relationships. You know what I mean? I definitely would not go and vent to my friends without trying to solve the problem. Or, I wouldn't just vent to my friends. I will definitely try to solve the problem before or after venting to my friends. So no, I do not think that that's disrespectful. And
Can I give you another example?
I disagree with your logic.
Can I give you another example? And you can tell me if it's effed up or not.
I disagree with your logic. Your logic, I do.
Well, I'm good with that. Can I give you another example?
Come
at
on.
least? It's like we have a disagreement on the podcast, and I go tell this one, man, Professor, she tripping, man, she doing that, and I tell 5 people,
Book.
you gonna. If I tell Book, you're gonna be good. If you're gonna be cool, if I tell Book you're one person, or if I tell 5 people, she tripping, man, on the podcast, she doing all of this, she doing too much, man, and I tell this person, that person,
it don't matter. To me, it don't matter. And we can't even say Book because Book work with us. But if you're gonna tell one of your other homeboys, man, she did XYZ versus telling 5 other of your other homeboys, to me it's the same. To me, it's the same. Right. It's the same. But anywho, that may be our time, guys. We are not about to argue back and forth, okay? Y'all see, it's me and Munyon, okay? Y'all know we are here every week.
Like we
same
never
time,
left.
Same place. We went over time. But before we get out of here, y'all already know what a fan his spell clothing line, SPEL, stay positive, enjoy life. Y'all know what a fan is, and if y'all interested in his jacket, he is trying to actually auction off this jacket in real time. So y'all send us a DM, comment in the comments, send us a message, get in contact with us. Y'all got our number, 469-796-6719, if y'all interested in his jackets.
But that's enough about my jackets. Y'all
Yes.
be talking about this jacket. I know it's fly and all of that stuff, but
Uh-huh.
you a business person too. You a businesswoman up
Of course.
here. So
They
let's
know.
talk about what we got going on here.
Yeah, so we have our Valentine's Day candles. These are our Baccarat inspired candles. It has some gold flakes in it, and it mimics the Baccarat Rouge 540 scent. Vals Este Especial. It is a French label on there, and it means you are special. So that is a good gift to get, men or women, because Baccarat 540 is a unisex perfume cologne. It's unisex. It's for both.
Yeah, let me tell y'all
so
something.
y'all know where to get that. Perfect-ioncollection.com.
Tell them again.
Perfect-ioncollection.com.
There it is. And I don't know.
And of course, y'all can definitely DM me and everything, whatever.
I'm going to tell y'all something. They smell good. Every time when we do an episode of Get It Off Your Chest, we burn the candles every time, and they smell so good. So you want to hurry up and get you one of them things.
Yes.
But with that being said,
that looks like that may just
that was a
be
wrap.
a wrap, okay? And that may be it.
Yeah, we're going to
I think
catch
we
y'all
go
on the next one.
we go-
Until next Thursday.
Until next Thursday.
That's another one, y'all. Peace.